This is actual footage from October 1993, when Russian President Yeltsin launched a coup and ordered artillery to bombard the Russian White House. After the Soviet Union's collapse, the Russian Federation faced a dual crisis of political chaos and difficult economic transition. To quickly escape this predicament, first President Yeltsin pushed for economic reforms through radical shock therapy. However, this reform plan, which blindly copied the Western neoliberal economic model while completely ignoring the country's own national conditions, was doomed to painful failure. The severe inflation and massive loss of state assets not only devastated the national economic system, but also sparked intense outrage and ongoing turmoil across all levels of society. Meanwhile, Supreme Soviet leader Ruslan Khasbulatov and Vice President Alexander Rutskoy, who were once staunch supporters of Yeltsin during the August coup of 1991, had dramatically turned against him as political tensions in Russia escalated. The power struggle between the Supreme Soviet and Congress of People's Deputies, which held legislative authority, and President Yeltsin grew increasingly tense. The two sides diverged, eventually culminating in a confrontation between the president and parliament. At 8 p.m. on September 21, 1993, after two confrontations that failed to determine a victor, Yeltsin signed a presidential decree, announcing the dissolution of parliament and the suspension of the Constitutional Court's functions. Parliament immediately declared Yeltsin's removal, claiming his actions constituted a coup, and appointed Vice President Rutskoy to take over all presidential duties.